Hi, I'm going to try to do a quick review. I got Hill Farmstead's Song of Winter. It's their winter seasonal chocolate stout with fresh cacao nibs. I had this once when it wasn't super fresh. I had it like in, I don't know, was it April or May a couple years ago. But this one just came out, canned the 26th of November, so that's, I guess, exactly a week ago. It's like 6.2% alcohol, so a stout with just chocolate, so there's no lactose, no vanilla, and it's not gigantic, so it's not exactly maybe what you'd call a pastry stout type thing. Just a stout with probably the highest quality cacao nibs you can get. It says they are sourced and roasted by Colombia's Tibito chocolate and imported by Maine's C2 Foods. So yeah, it's probably really great chocolate. So there you go. Song of Winter. And looks really dark. Head looks pretty good. A lot of times with these flavored stouts, the head is big bubbles that die down and it's acidic, but that has a lot of nice dense bubbles in there. So I bet the feel will be pretty nice, despite being a lower alcohol beer and no lactose. Ooh, it smells very coffee-like at first, actually. It's definitely a stout, definitely very roasty. It's just a mocha, just like they're really nice, the best mocha you could ever smell. They definitely use a lot of roasted malt in here. They do call it a stout. There are a lot of, not a lot, but a couple other lower alcohol dark beers that Hill Farmstead does. A flavored one too, called the Twilight of the Gods, and they call those porters. Porter and stout are kind of unclear, but stout usually should have more roasted malts and be darker, and they definitely use a lot of roasted malts in here. So it smells quite coffee-like. They didn't really give you any flavor notes on this. I mean, there's definitely chocolate in there, but it's really mixing with the roasted barley quite a bit. And the head's still sticking around really nicely. A lighter body, and the flavor is way more chocolatey and sweet, then giving away to a roasty, smoky finish. That's really nice. It's kind of like s'mores, but without the marshmallow note and the graham cracker note, obviously. But it has this like chocolatey, but also smoky, roasty, slight char thing, and some tannins in the finish, and some hop notes actually. So it's not like a chocolate in your face beer. The body isn't super full, but it is kind of velvety and full. But when you push your tongue through it, it's light. Very drinkable, but this is not like most chocolate stouts where they're really pushing sweetness and chocolate flavoring. This is really more like a really complex sort of mocha stout. Even though there's no coffee in it, but whatever kind of cacao nibs they're using are really fancy and bringing across really fancy fruity coffee notes. Excuse me, yeah, like really fancy, good quality coffee and chocolate are kind of overlap more than cheaper ones or like coffee flavoring and chocolate flavoring. They're very different, but I feel like this one you could, if you gave it to me and told me it was a coffee stout, you could probably trick me. Mm-hmm. But there's probably some caffeine in this. Chocolate has a little bit of caffeine, but it's something you can drink maybe before bed and get your big roasty coffee stout flavor in. But it actually uses chocolate. And it has that sort of powdery sort of thing when you have a really good dark chocolate. It has the tannins, it has some of those tannins on the tongue that dry things out. Because it is a little bit sweet. And this can is pretty cold. I probably should have let it warm up, but when you have a cold can, it tends to pour a better, thicker head. Yeah, there's some fruity notes and chocolate syrupy notes that come out when it's a little bit warmer. But this is not a pastry stout. This is more of an old school chocolate stout, and there are for sure some hoppy notes. Little hint of almost pine. This one might be a little better if you age it for like a month or so to kind of mellow out some of the hoppy notes and some of the roasty notes. Maybe, I don't know. It's good, but I don't know if it's really $19. A 4 pack good. We'll see. Maybe like I like other cans more. It's very nice, but it's more like a $12 a 4 pack beer, and I have not managed to make this a short review. I probably just need to let it warm up to let some more of that fruity complexity. There's some slight vanilla-y type notes coming out now. But for a rating, it's probably I probably should be giving it a rating because it's too cold. Yeah, the complex. So now it's the aftertaste is like as if I had a really fancy chocolate bar. I'm getting the fruity notes, the tannic notes, the bitter notes, the earthy woody notes. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. So I would say start this cold, get the nice head, get the nice feel, and then examine the interesting fancy chocolate notes, and it will become a 4.27 beer for you. Bye.